Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai, dear meritorious children. Once again you have joined with another episode in Mirror of Dhamma program. Today, in this Dhamma program, we are going to learn about a special quality that we should have in our life. This quality brings us the happiness. Now you know, each and every good quality that we build up within our lives brings us happiness because they are good qualities. Everything that we practice in the good way, everything that we practice, every merit, every good thing that we practice in our life, they brings happiness. Because Supreme Buddha said, the result of the good deeds, the result of the merit is happiness. That leads to the happiness. Children, in the same way, if we practice the bad deeds, evil thoughts, evil practices, demerits, what will happen? What will be the result? The result will be surely the suffering. Supreme Buddha said, the result of the demerit, the result of the evil practices will lead you to the suffering. So each and every good practice, each and every good deed, good thought, good action leads to the happiness in our life. So today we are going to learn about an important good quality that we should have in our life, and that is called the peace. Peace is so important to this world because many people, almost all the people, they don't have the peace within their minds. Even in the world, the peace, the factor of peace is very rare. That's why people quarrel each other. That's why people get into troubles with each other. They make arguments with each other. Right? That is the main reason for the wars. So peace is so important to all of us. As a nation, as a country, as individuals, as a family, we all need peace. So today, I am going to teach you about the factors that brings the peace to your mind and to your life. What we should do to bring the peace to our life. Now, peace is not a thing that generates automatically within your life. That should be generated by yourself, with your effort, with your actions, with your words, and with your thoughts. You should generate the peace. It is not an automatic thing. So, our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, taught us what brings the peace, what brings the cordiality to your life, what brings the affection to your life. So we are going to learn about those factors. So before learning that, let's pay homage to our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, and let's go for refuge to the Triple Gems, and after observing 5 precepts, let's learn this amazing Dhamma to our life. Namo Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now children, to observe 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, to rebirth in heaven, and to realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say with me. My homage to the Supreme Buddha. Buddha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Dhamma. Dhamma is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Sangha. Sangha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Triple Gem. Triple Gem is my refuge every day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, may all of our homage be to our Pinmat Loku Swamin Wahanse, who gave us this wonderful gift of Supreme Buddha's Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Dear meritorious children, as I explained to you before, today we are going to learn about an important factor which gives us, which brings us the happiness to our life. And that factor is the peace. If you don't have the peace in your mind, within your mind, in your family, within your friends, in your community, you will not be happy anymore. You will not gain, you will not have a happy life. Because of the peace, it gives the harmony within the people, among the people. The peace is the factor that keeps the countries, the nations, the people away from the wars, away from the quarrels, away from the verbal arguments. So, as an individual, as a family, as a nation, as a community, we all should have the peace among us. But people does not practice, most of the people, they don't practice these factors which gives the peace to their life. Because of that, children, today, the world, the people who live in this world are quarreling with each other. They are getting into troubles with each other. They are fighting. They are arguing. All of these problems arise because of lack of the peace within their mind. So our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, taught us the factors that brings the peace to our life. So today we are going to learn those factors. There is a wonderful sutta called Kosambi Sutta that was taught by our great teacher, Supreme Buddha. So today we are going to learn that sutta. In this sutta, children, we find what we should do, how we should behave to bring the peace to our life, to our families, to our community. If we practice these actions, if we practice these factors to our life, if we take these factors to our life, if we combine with these practices, surely we will have the peace. Surely we can live happily. Surely we can smile every day. So today we are going to learn that amazing sutta. One day, our great teacher Supreme Buddha was residing in Kosambi, in the Gosita's park. There was a monastery called Goshitarame, which was built by the businessman called Goshita. So when our great teacher Supreme Buddha was residing in that monastery, a quarrel started among the monks who lived in that monastery. They were fighting each other. They were arguing each other. And they were engaged in disputes. Now, it explains in very amazing words. It says that they are stabbing each other with the verbal daggers. They started dabbing each other with verbal daggers. Verbal daggers means, children, the words that are spoke by anger. If we speak out of anger, if we use the words with anger, they are like a dagger, a knife. Now, the words that we speak, children, they are like a knife. Actually, they are like a knife. Now, imagine a knife. Now, you all have knives at home. You use those knives to different things, so many things, right? We can use the knife either in a good way as well as in a bad way, right? We can use the knife to do good things like to cut, to do useful things like to cut vegetables, cut plants, cut paper, to cut papers. So that is the good side of the knife, right? That is the good uses of the knife. But the same knife can be used to kill a person. Can we? Yes. The same knife can be used to harm or hurt a person. So, knife depends, the use of the knife depends on the person, how the person use it. So if we use in a good way, it is very useful. But if we use it in a bad way, it is very harmful. So children, the words are like knife, it's like a dagger. So it says that the monks were dabbing each other with the knives, the verbal daggers, verbal knives. So it says that they could not persuade each other. Now, when the two parties are quarreling, they always try to persuade the other person, to their intentions. And they always try to convince each other. But in this case, in this instance, they could not persuade each other. They could not convince each other. Right? So they were quarreling. When our great teacher was residing in that monastery, imagine how those monks were behaved in that time. So, what happened? So, one monk was watching all these arguments and the quarrels. But he could not bear up these quarrels. He did not like to see the monks quarreling with each other, fighting with each other. So what he did was, he went to our great teacher Supreme Buddha and he informed the tragic and sad news to our great teacher Supreme Buddha. Then our great teacher Supreme Buddha, the Blessed One, called to another monk and said, "Ask those quarreling monks to come and meet me." Then the news was carried by that monk to those quarreling monks, and those monks who engaged in the quarrels, the fightings, came to Supreme Buddha. They paid homage and they sat in front of our Blessed One. Then our great teacher Supreme Buddha asked from the monks, "Dear monks, is it true that there's a news that you are quarreling with each other? Is that true?" he asked. Supreme Buddha asked. Then those monks said, "Yes, Bhante, we quarreled. We had an argument. We were dabbing each other with the verbal weapons, verbal daggers." Then Supreme Buddha said, "I have a question for you." Supreme Buddha said, "When you quarrel each other, when you argue with each other, when you yell at each other, do you have the love and kindness in your mind to others? Do you have the compassion within yourself towards others? Do you have?" Then those monks said to the Blessed One, "No, Bhante, We will not have the love and kindness, the compassion, the kindness towards others when we argue. Then Supreme Buddha said, you will not, when you quarrel with each other, when you argue with each other, when you engaged in disputes, remember, you cannot persuade other people. You cannot convince other people towards yourself, towards your intentions by quarreling. You cannot do that. Now, this quality, this word is very important to our life. Now, when someone does not agree with our intentions, children, what we are doing, we start to argue with them. We start to yell at them. Now, normally, now you have brothers and sisters, right? Now, imagine they are not listening to your word. They are not convinced towards you. They are not listening to your advices. They are behaving in a bad manner. What you are doing? The same thing that other people do. That is, you are getting into quarrels. Is that true? Yes. You are getting into quarrels. You are blaming each other. You are yelling at each other. You are starting arguments. Remember, children, when you argue with any person, you cannot convince them towards you. You cannot persuade them. They are not trying to listen to you when you are arguing. So what we have to do, we have to stop arguing. We have to stop yelling. Instead, we should practice these 6 factors. These 6 factors which leads to the peace, harmony, and affection within a community, within people. So today, now we are going to learn about those 6 factors. Children, our great teacher Supreme Buddha said, if someone argues, if someone started quarreling, Supreme Buddha said, that action will lead our lives to long-lasting determent, long-lasting suffering, long-lasting regret. That is the result of quarrels, final result of the arguments. What is the final result? The regret, the suffering, the determent, the sadness, the anxiety. Those are the results. So what we should do, we should practice the factors that gives the harmony, that brings the harmony to our life. So now we are going to learn those 6 factors, and when you learn them, after you learn them, make sure in your life you should practice these factors. Right? So the first factor is, Supreme Buddha said, you should establish the physical actions that are based on the loving kindness. You should practice the physical actions that are based on the loving kindness. The actions, the physical actions, the bodily actions that are with the love and kindness. What are those bodily actions? Simply, you can say, you can help each other. Now, you can help your parents. If you help your parents, does your parent get angry? Never. If you help your brothers and sisters, do they get angry? No. If you help your friends, your community, your society, you will not engage in arguments. You will be a good person. You will earn a good reputation. So you should maintain the bodily actions which leads to the love and kindness. What are those things? You can sweep, you can clean your home. That gives the harmony within your family. You can wash your bathrooms and your toilets and everything. You can do the cleaning purposes. When you do those things, you will gain the love and kindness to your life, and it will give you the peace within yourself. Now imagine, suppose you have a brother or a sister, a younger one, right? Sometimes, most of the times, they are not behaving in a good way that you like, right? Sometimes they may disturb you. So if you maintain the bodily actions which are based on love and kindness, what will happen? You will not quarrel with each other. Now suppose when you are going to your room is untidy. So that was done by your brother or a sister. So what you have to do? You should not yell, you should not blame, you should not be angry. Silently go into that room, clean it, make that room a tidy place, and come. That is a good merit. You can earn a good merit by doing that. You can help your brothers and sisters. So by those things, you can gain the physical actions. You can do the physical actions that are based on the loving kindness. If you practice this, you will have, it creates the affection, it creates the harmony, it gives the peace to your life. That is the first factor that gives the peace to your life. Right? So maintaining bodily actions with love and kindness. Kind physical actions. That is the first one. And the second one is, you should establish the verbal actions which are based on loving kindness. Now words can hurt people. If you talk in angry, if you talk in anger, those words will hurt others' feelings. But if you speak the words with love and kindness, if you speak the words with affection, compassion, those words will heal others' broken hearts. That is the nature of the words. Before I said, in the beginning I said, words are like a knife. You can use it in a good way, either in a good way or a bad way. If you use the words with love and kindness, compassion, you can heal the wounded hearts of the people. So you should establish the verbal actions that are connected with love and kindness. Always speak in kind words. Always speak to your siblings, your mother, your father in a kind way. Don't be rude to them. If you speak rude words to your parents, you will collect a big demerit. You should not do that, because they sacrificed their life to you. If you are arguing with your parents, if you are arguing with your elders, you will gain a big demerit. So you should practice the verbal actions that are based on loving kindness. Right? There's a beautiful saying, children. It says, "Sticks and stones can shatter the bones, but the words can break our hearts." Sticks and stone can shatter the bones. When the bones are shattered by the sticks and the stones, that can be healed by medicine. But the words that are spoken with the anger, when those words hurt others' feelings, what will happen? That will break their hearts. If a broken heart cannot be healed easily. So that's why we should practice the verbal actions which are connected with loving kindness. That is the second factor which gives the peace to your life. And the third one, you should practice the mental actions which are based on loving kindness. Supreme Buddha said you should practice this both in publicly and privately. When you are among others, you should practice the verbal actions, mental actions and physical actions which are connected with loving kindness. That is publicly. And when you are alone, also you should practice these things. Loving kindness. Right? So, first three factors are the mental, physical and verbal actions which are connected with loving kindness. Those three factors gives the peace to your life. And there's another three factors. What is the fourth one? The fourth factor is you should share whatever you gain, whatever you get, whatever you have, you should share with each other. You should share the foods, you can share the foods, you can share the clothes, you can share many things to your life, in your life, with your parents, your siblings, your friends. If you are a person who is sharing, right? If you are a person who is caring and sharing, you will be a nice person. Everyone likes to associate you. So when someone shares whatever he gains, whatever thing he gains, if someone shares that, he will be a peaceful person, right? He will be a peaceful person. That brings the peace to your life, sharing. That is the fourth one. And the fifth one is, you should practice the virtue in your life. You should be virtuous. You should practice the precepts. If you practice the precepts, that will not give others the fear. The people who are not practicing the virtue, they will give the fear to others. They will not give the peace to others. They will not give the harmony to others. So Supreme Buddha said, you should practice the precepts. You can practice 5 precepts. If you keep on practicing these things without breaking them, then you will have life with peace. That is the fifth one. And the final factor is, children, you should have the intention to realize this Dhamma. If you have the intention to realize the Dhamma, practice the Dhamma, then what will happen? Then you will have all these good qualities, right? You will get all these good qualities to your life. So those are the 6 factors that gives the peace to your mind. What are those factors, children? The actions, the bodily actions and verbal actions, mental actions which are connected with loving kindness. Those are the 3 factors. And the 4th one is sharing. 5th one is the virtue. And the 6th one, the final one, is the intention to practice and realize the Dhamma. So these factors give the peace to your mind. If you practice these factors, you will surely have the peace within your mind, within your family, and within your community. If the whole world practiced these 6 factors, children, imagine how peaceful this world will be. So practice, start within yourself. If you change yourself, the world will be changed in the future. So I wish you all, may all of you have the opportunity to practice these factors, to practice Dhamma and realize these Four Noble Truths and escape from this samsara as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now children, we have come to the session of meditation. So today we are going to spread our thoughts of compassion towards all the beings who live in this whole universe. So today we are going to do Karuna meditation. When you do the Karuna meditation, it develops the compassion in your heart. If you have the compassion within your heart, then you will find the peace within you. And you will live in peace with the other people who lives around you. And you will be a pleasant and pleasing person to all the people. So, Karuna meditation, a compassionate heart, leads to the peace and happy. So, today we are going to do the Karuna meditation. So, before doing the meditation, get ready for that. Sit in a relaxed position, make your body straight, and keep your right palm on the left palm and relax your body, relax your mind, and gently close your eyes. Children, today we are going to do Karuna meditation. We are going to spread our compassion to all beings in this whole universe. When you hear my voice, listen to it very carefully. May I be free from physical suffering. May I be free from mental suffering. May I have physical well-being. May I have mental well-being. May I be free from suffering. May I be healthy. May I live happily. May all beings around me be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in my village be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this city be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this country be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this world be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings in this whole universe be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings be free from physical suffering. May they be free from mental suffering. May they have physical well-being. May they have mental well-being. May they be free from suffering. May they be healthy. May they live happily. May all beings live happily. May all beings live happily. May all beings live happily. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now children, we have come to the session of good deeds, where we watch and share the merits that has done by the children. So let's watch the good deeds, good merits that has done by the children all around the world, and let's share all those merits. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the good deeds session, where we read and watch the good deeds done by children all around the world. My name's Devanga, and today I'm here with Dinu Daham.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Dinu Daham, and today I'll be watching the good deeds done by Kailu Upasaka, Kaili Upasika from England, and Nalini Upasika.
The first meritorious deed was done by Kailu Upasaka and Kaili Upasika from England. They have sent a few pictures of the meritorious deeds they did. These meritorious deeds include observing the 10 precepts, chanting Pirith, listening to Dhamma Sermon, and meditating. Let's see the pictures they sent.
Namo Buddhaya. Theruvan Saranai, my dear Dhamma friends. Today we have observed 10 precepts. We have chanted Paritha, we did meditation, and listened to Dhamma sermons too. May you all rejoice in our merit. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya, Kyle and Kylie.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Kailu Upasaka and Kaili Upasika for sending these marvelous pictures. The meritorious deeds you did were so great, such as observing the 10 precepts, chanting Pirith, meditating, and listening to a Dhamma sermon are all such great good deeds. We should also do amazing meritorious deeds just like you did. Many merits to Dinu Daham Upasaka for doing the voiceover to these beautiful pictures. We rejoice in your merit.
You can also create short 1 to 2 minute presentations or videos about any Dhamma topic or any meritorious deed you have done. You can then send them to our email address. We can share them with the whole world and rejoice in your merit. The last meritorious deed was done by Nalini Upasika. She has sent a presentation about the time Supreme Buddha exceeded Mara. We can learn many different things from the Supreme Buddha's life story. Let's see the beautiful presentation she sent.
The times our Supreme Buddha defeated Mara. On the Asala full moon Poya day, the day Prince Rahula was born, Prince Siddhartha thought of leaving the palace to become a Buddha. As he came to the palace gates, Mara arrived. Mara tried to bring the prince back to the household life, but the prince was determined to realize the true nature of suffering. When the Lord Buddha was going to be enlightened, Mara and his army tried to stop the Lord Buddha from enlightenment, but the Lord Buddha was too powerful for them. After the Buddha's enlightenment, Mara tried to distract the Buddha by sending his daughters, Tanha, Ranga, and Rati, to distract him by dancing, singing, and many other ways. But the Lord Buddha was too powerful for the daughters of Mara. Also, when the Lord Buddha was preaching Dhamma to Venerable Ananda, Mara stopped Venerable Ananda from asking the Buddha to stay alive and spread Dhamma for a bit longer. So Dhamma friends, because our Supreme Buddha defeated Mara many times, now we know the Dhamma. Mara can also come to us and trick us, but we must not be fooled. If we do good deeds, Mara will not come to us. We share merits with Loku Swamin Mahanse, Mirror of Dhamma Swamin Mahanse, and all the monks and nuns all around the world. We also share merit with the children who practice the Dhamma. May you all realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many mirrors to Nelani Upasika for sending this marvelous presentation to the Mirror of Dhamma program. We learned the way the Supreme Buddha exceeded Mara. As children, we shall continue to do more meritorious actions in our lives, and then we will be protected. Many mirrors to Chamudi Upasika for voiceovering this presentation, and to Mevin Upasika for editing this marvelous video.
If you have any photos of any meritorious deeds you have done, you can send them to our email address, which will appear on the screen. We will all rejoice in your good deeds, and we can share them with the whole world.
Today we watched many good deeds done by children all around the world. May you also have the opportunity to do more meritorious deeds and send your good deeds to our email address.
These meritorious deeds will help to propagate the Dhamma and help others to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in them too. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
A viral video of a mother elephant saving her baby's life proves the same.
Do you know the reason why some animals are so beautiful and some animals are ugly?
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the World News and the Buddha's Great Message session, where we read the news that happened all around the world and what lessons we can learn from these news, according to the Supreme Buddha's teachings. My name is Sanila, and today I'm here with Hesali. A mother's love is the same all across. A mother would go to any extent to take care of her babies and save them from any harm. A viral video of a mother elephant saving her baby's life proves the same. The video shows a mother elephant trying to pull up her baby that is stuck in the uncovered water drain dug along the road. The mother, who is holding the baby with her trunk, gets it out after a little bit of a struggle, but she doesn't give up and is successful in saving her baby. They both finally walk away from the drain together. Parental love is the only love that is truly selfless, unconditional, and forgiving. They allowed us to be born in this human world. They took care of us, they nourished us, and they sacrificed all their lives to look after us. Our Supreme Buddha praised the people who look after their parents until they die. Our Bodhisattva looked after his parents with no hesitation. We learn from Samajataka how Sama looked after his blind parents. Our Supreme Buddha taught us that there are two people in this world that are not easy to repay. Which two? Our mother and our father. Even if you were to carry your mother on one shoulder and your father on the other shoulder for 100 years, and you were to look after by anointing, massaging, bathing, and rubbing their limbs, and they were to defecate and urinate right there, you would not in that way pay or repay your parents. But anyone helping their parents to go refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, helping them to be virtuous, generous, helping them to listen to the Dhamma, they can repay their parents. So my dear Dhamma friends, let's have a determination to look after our parents until we die.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Hesley. Do you know the reason why some animals are so beautiful and some animals are ugly? Our Supreme Buddha taught it is because the differences in their mind. Let's see the news now.
A Pacific football fish, a spooky-looking creature similar to that featured in the film Finding Nemo, has washed up on the beach in California. To see an actual anglerfish intact is very rare, and it is unknown how or why the fish ended up on the shore. The Crystal Cove State Park said they are known to lurk in waters up to 3,000 feet, 914 meters deep. Their teeth, like pointed shards of glass, are transparent, and their large mouth is capable of sucking up and swallowing prey the size of their own body. It's added.
Animal world is full of suffering. If you were born in the animal world, you can't accumulate any merits. As a result of that, it is very hard to be born in Google destinations, like heavenly worlds, Brahma worlds, or human worlds. The Supreme Buddha said, you will be born again, and your destination will decide on the actions you have done from your body, speech, and mind. Therefore, my dear Dhamma friends, do not do any evil deeds from your body, speech, and mind. We will see you all next week. Theravada Saranai Namo Buddhaya.
Now children, we have come to the session of Pirith chanting. So today we are going to chant Kanda Pirith. So turn to page 30 of the Pali English Pirith chanting book, and that's where we find the Kanda Pirith. So today we are going to chant this Pirith. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato Samma sambuddhasse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Chant with me. Virupakhehi me mettang, mettang erapatehi me. Chabhyaputehi me mettang, mettang karna gotamakehi cha. May I have metta towards Virupakhas, towards Erapathas. May I have metta, may I have metta towards Chabhyaputas, towards Kanha Gotamakas also. May I have metta. Apadakehi me mettam, mettang dipadakehi me. Chatupadehi me mettang, mettang bahupadehi me. May I have metta towards the footless. May I have metta towards those with 2 feet. May I have metta towards those with 4. May I have metta towards the many-footed. Mamang apadako hingsi, mamang hingsi dipadako, mamang chatupado hingsi, mamang hingsi bahupado. Let not the footless do me harm, nor those that have 2 feet. Let not the 4-footed do me harm, nor those endowed with many feet. Sabbe satta sabbe pana sabbe bhuta ca kevala sabbe bhadrani passantu ma kanchi papamagama. All beings, all living creatures, all beings who have come to birth, may good fortune bless them all. May no harm come to them. Appamano buddho, appamano dhammo, appamano sangho, pamanevantani siring sapani. Ahivichika satapadi unnanabhi sarabhumusika kata me rakha kata me paritta patikkamantu bhutani sohang namo bhagavato namo sattannang samma sambuddhananti. Immeasurable is the Dhamma, immeasurable is the Sangha, measurable are creeping creatures, snakes, scorpions, centipedes, spiders, lizards, and rats, due to their defilements. I have guarded myself, I have made my protection. Depart from me, all you beings. I worship the Blessed One and the 7 Supreme Buddhas. Etena sachena suvati hotu. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now children, we have come to the final session of our Mirror of Dhamma program. It is time to share merits that we gained today. So today we collected many merits by paying homage to the Supreme Buddha, going for refuge to the Triple Gems. We observed 5 precepts, we learned Dhamma, we meditated, and we chant Pirith, so on. We collected many merits today. So let's share all the merits that we gained today with all the gods who protect Gautam Buddha's dispensation. May all the gods rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, may they live a happy life, and may they protect all the children who joined to this Mirror of Dhamma program today, and all the children who are living in this world. And finally, may all the gods rejoice in this merit, and may they realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also let's share all the merits with all the departed relatives of all of us. May all the departed relatives rejoice in this merit, and may they escape from this samsara as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits with our Pinat Loku Swamin Wahanse, who gave us this wonderful gift of Dhamma. May our Loku Swamin Wahanse rejoice in this merit, and may our Loku Swamin Wahanse be well and happy. May our Loku Swamin Wahanse live a happy life, and may he realize the 4 noble truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits with all the monks and the nuns of Mahamevnawa monasteries and all around the world. May Mahasangha rejoice in this merit, and may Mahasangha be well and happy. May they live long, may they live a happy life, and may they realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits that we gained today with our parents and teachers. May they be well and happy, may they live long, and may their good hopes become true. And may they realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And finally, let's share all the merits that we gained today with all the children who watched this Mirror of Dhamma program. By the power of this merit, may you be well and happy, may you live long, may you live a happy life, may all of your good hopes become true, may all of your education become successful. And by the power of this merit and by rejoicing this merit, may you realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So children, it is the time to wind up the Mirror of Dhamma program for today. So let's meet in the next week with another interesting teaching of our great teacher, Supreme Buddha. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.
මෙවැනි වටිනා ධර්මදේශනා ශ්‍රවණය කිරීමට ශ්‍රද්ධා ඩේලි YouTube චැනලය සබස්ක්‍රයිබ් කරන්න.